Hello everyone and welcome to NEET Mentor. In this session, we will have some important discussion, and the discussion will give you some positive news. I'm going to talk specifically on seat increment part. How many seats got incremented? As you can see on the screen, 3230. So I'll show you how this number is valid and in which branches how many seats got incremented in government, private, and deemed universities, and 18 new colleges for PG got added, and branch wise details. Totally 48,567 seats are there, so it's reaching towards 49,000, and with God grace we can achieve 50,000 mark also. Okay, and when counseling is expected and what is the current ongoing things, we will also talk about uh, NMC bill and other factors. Okay, so it's all official data. If you're new here, you must subscribe the channel, and you can avail our paid counseling guidance. I'll tell you some more facts about paid counseling guidance. If you are still confused after 3 months of gap, then you must go for paid counseling guidance, because you must need assistance from a expert. Okay, and don't wait for the counseling to start or the notification to come. Okay, suppose tonight if the notification come, for example, what will happen? What good news you are going to get? It's not good news. You have to keep all your groundwork ready. Okay, if you have all the confusion doubts clear and analysis ready before the counseling starts, before you get the notification, you will be in more comfortable zone. But once the notification is out and you say that okay, now I want the paid service, so all the counselor will be busy, quite busy, occupied with the work or the queries from the existing paid members. So you need to give ample amount of time to the counselors also to clear out your doubts and do the analysis and give you the proper review about your possibilities. So you can go ahead and proceed with the paid service on the portal neetmentor.co.in with different packages, and the smart counseling portal package is quite low, around 3000, but that's not guidance. It's just details about last year. Instead of purchasing different ebooks which is available on the website, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel smart counseling portal access, which will be available throughout the counseling process, and you will get the details, but there is no communication in that package. Talking about how many seats got incremented, 3230, and I'll show you in previous videos. If you have followed the channel, you could have seen similar data, like date wise I used to maintain a record or a tracker. So on 11th of April 23, there were 519 colleges and total seats were just 45,337. Okay, on 22nd of April, we got to 524 colleges and 45,819 seats. So date wise, I have given the increment of seats. So now it has reached, because there is big gap between 22nd of June with the previous date that I have given data. 530 colleges were last on 11th of May and 47,013 seats. Now it has 48,567 seats. So huge increment we have seen in last 15 days. For like 1 or 2 weeks there were no many changes from the NMC side. Now it has 3,230. Okay, and out of 3,230, how many seats are in clinical? So total clinical seats increment is 2,356, which was not the total number of seat increment itself last year. Okay, now we have this many of seats in clinical itself, which is bound to increase more in the coming days, because if the counseling is going to start in next 3 weeks, you have 21 days time. Okay, and roughly, and you can expect around like 500 seats more in that time duration, because as we got the news from NMC, out of 2800 applications, 1800 applications are sorted out and 1000 applications are still pending. So definitely we have like hope to get like 40%, 35 to 40% more seats than what you have got. Okay, so let's see how many seats incremented branch wise. In anesthesia, 282 seat totally. Government got 139 and private 120. In DIM 23. I'll talk about the major branches or major chunk of seat increment in clinical. Dermatology has got 83 new seats, 54 in government and 29 in private. Emergency medicine 90 seats, 14 in deemed, 14 in deemed, 14 in government and private 36. General medicine 313, remarkable number, 313, 146 in government and 167 in private. And pediatrics 171, 89 in government, 75 in private and 7 in deemed universities. Now talk about other branches like radio diagnosis 243, remarkable number, 111 in government, 108 in private and 24 in deemed universities. The maximum number is for obs and gynae, 192 in government, 108 in private, 19 in deemed, totally 319 seats. And then comes general surgery, 296 totally, 137 each in private and government, 22 in deemed. 243 spoke already about radio diagnosis. Orthopedics 182. So totally you see in the clinical branches only 1222 seats in government, just government, and 983 in private, and in deemed 151. So totally you have this much. And you talk about the expected cutoff shift, so 1222, this much shift for the last clinical closing branches, maybe for radio oncology, anesthesia, such branches, or immunohematology and blood transfusion. So these such branches will definitely take this much number, and total number of seat increment in DNB clinical, which is also 700 plus, but there is confusion between the data. On the website they are showing some other number, in the practical we are getting some other number. So by the time they disclose the matrix, we will get to know like how many totally seats incremented. So we have roughly 2000 seats, including more than that in clinical, okay, clinical DNB and MDMS. So definitely if you talk about anesthesia cutoff shift, it will take shift by 3 to 4,000 minimum, or it can be more in the coming days. Okay, so this year it will give like big shift to the closing rank on to the clinical branches. Those who are just targeting any clinical branches, that's very good shift they can expect up to mop up or stray vacancy round. In second round we can also see positive shift, but it won't be that much, and it will also depend on other factors like whether it's going to be next this year, okay, which is not clear yet. NMC definitely it's difficult to get implemented because there is no much progress, because the matter is held with the court case, okay, and it's going to take a lot of time. So NMC is definitely in doubt region, and next is doubtful that it will get implemented this year, but there are many news coming up through different media portals, but we can't rely on such things because we have seen two types of news and change in their statement frequently, okay. So and this is the number very important, okay. I'll tell you in the different video what are those 18 new colleges, which are government, which are private, and which are other, and who will get more benefit. So that's all from my side in this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.